Hello and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see today I have some bold look going on. I was inspired by the fall season and I combined purple with orange tones, and I actually really like how it came out. So if you're interested to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. So I'm starting off and I'm just putting this head wrap to get my hair out of the way, and I'm starting off with the Smashbox primer water, and then I'm going to start with my eyes. So I am going in with the MAC Painterly Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. I use this as a primer and also to make my eyeshadow a little more vibrant, but mainly for priming my eyes because they do get creasy. I'm going in with the Lorac Pro 3, and I just realized that all the palettes that I had out that I will be using didn't have any of the neutral shades, so I am putting the shade Blanc right under the brow bone, and then I'm going to go in with Canvas and I'm putting that all over the lid to set that primer. Now I'm going in with this little detail crease brush and taking the Morphe 35F palette, and I am just using the matte shades on this palette and applying the soft browns into the crease, and then with this little blending brush I'm just blending out and blowing out that crease area. Now I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay electric palette, and I actually am taking the shades Jilted and Urban, which is the pink and the purple shade on the palette, and I combine them both and I'm applying that onto the lid. And basically throughout the whole tutorial I keep going in with the purple shade just to intensify that shade, because I do lose some of the intensity while I blend out the crease. I'm taking this orange shade from the Morphe palette and I'm applying that onto the crease and blowing it out, making sure there are no harsh lines. Now I'm taking the shade Slow Burn from the Urban Decay palette, and just because the one that I used for in the Morphe, I didn't feel that it was orange enough, but then I realized that this one was a bit more, it was coming out more on the coral side, so I still applied it anyways and blended it out. So now I'm going to take the Viseart palette, the Dark Matter palette, and I'm taking the two shades of orange that are in the palette, and this is when I finally got the right shade of orange that I was looking for, and I applied that into my crease, and then just kept going in that process, deepening the crease, the lid color, and then intensifying the crease, and then just making sure that the whole time I'm keeping the keeping any harsh lines blended out. Now I'm taking this wipey because it did get a bit messy, and I'm just wiping off all the fallout, and this is why I started off with my eyes anyways, and then just doing the same thing to the other eye. So I'm going to come back to my eyes. In the meantime, I'm going to put on this Makeup Forever mattifying primer onto my T-zone area. Then I'm also using the Smashbox Pore Minimizer and just applying that to the area where I have large pores. Now I'm going to continue with my eyebrows, and I'm taking this Milani Brow Wax and Clear, and I'm just doing is taming those brows. And then I'm taking the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade and I'm doing my eyebrows. I'm using this L'Oreal Voluminous Noir eyeliner. It's new and I thought I was going to be able to use it because it has a really fine point to do the wing liner, but I was struggling a little bit, so I went back in with the NYC Liquid Liner, my holy grail, and I winged it out, but then I used the L'Oreal one just to go into the inner corner because again it does have a very fine point. And I'm taking the Tarte's Pink Mascara, and all I'm doing is applying one coat, and I do go in with these false lashes. They're from Ardell. They're the double wispies. I'm in love with these lashes, and they're so easy to apply too. Now I'm going to finish my face, and I'm taking the Anastasia foundation stick. This one's in the shade Honey, and I really love this foundation. It gives you such a flawless finish, and it's pretty mattifying, but it doesn't dry you out. And I'm taking this brush that I picked up from Amazon, and I decided that I wanted kind of more of a full coverage because my eyes are a little more dramatic, so I went in with 2 coats of that foundation stick and blending it out with that brush. Now I'm taking the Tarte Shade Tape Concealer in light medium, and I am using this for under the eye and to highlight the areas I want to highlight on my face. And then I'm taking the foundation stick of Anastasia again, but this one's in the shade Almond, and this one I used it to kind of contour. Now using the Blush Beauty Blender, I am blending everything out, and then going back with that same brush that I use for my foundation, I'm just buffing out that contour that I applied. And then just to make sure that everything melts into my face and blends out, I am just going in with the Beauty Blender to buff everything out. Now I'm taking the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I am setting my concealer under the eye, but I'm also doing the baking method while I finish up the under eye. So I'm applying the translucent powder everywhere I applied it, the highlight. Now I'm taking the ColourPop gel eyeliner in the shade Puppy. I love this color, and I thought it was a perfect shade to put in my waterline. Now I'm taking the Shade and Light Contour palette from Kat Von D, and I'm taking those 2 light shades in the palette, and all I'm doing is pretty much applying it to the under eye, but I'm using it also to wipe off the excess translucent powder. I'm taking the 2 shades that I used on my eye, the Urban Decay, the purple and the pink shade, and I'm applying it right onto the lashes, the bottom lashes, right below the waterline. And basically I'm doing the same thing I did to the top of the eye. I'm doing it to the bottom, taking the same 2 orange shades and buffing that out. So whatever I did to the top, I'm bringing it to the bottom as well. And then I'm just taking this clean blending brush, and I'm just going over any harsh lines and buffing that out. Now I'm taking the BH Studio Pro setting powder and just basically setting the rest of my face, as well as getting rid of the excess translucent powder I applied to the rest of my face. Now I'm going to use the Benefit Hoola bronzer and then just contour my face. And then I'm also using that same powder and contouring my nose. Now whatever was left on that Beauty Blender blush, the powder, I'm just using it to clean up on the sides of my nose. I'm taking MAC Give Me Sun and bronzing up the entire face. Now I'm going in with the Jouer powder highlighter in the shade Rose Quartz. I felt that this was the perfect shade of highlight because it has more of a pinky tone and complemented the eye area. And I'm also applying it to the inner corner as well as the bridge of the nose and the cupid's bow. I'm taking the Bake Up blush in the shade Songbird. I really love this shade. Again, it was more on the orangey side, felt like it complemented. And now I'm just lip lining my lips with the NYX Lipliner in the shade Nutmeg. And I'm going to finish off this look with the Ochre liquid lipstick in Miami Fever collaboration with Kathleen Lights. Perfect combo, matched the eyes totally. And just setting it with the all-nighter setting spray, and that's it. That completes the look. This is it. This is the completed look. I wanted to stay away from the safe side of going for a neutral because that's what I was heading towards, a neutral lip. But at the end I decided that I would pair it up with an orange tone lip, and this is the Ochre Kathleen Lights Miami Fever. And yeah, I really wanted to pair it up with the orange on my eyes, so I really like how it came out, and I'm really happy with my choice in the bold look. But if you're not so comfortable with a bold eye look and this color lip, then you can totally pair this up with a totally nude lip, and that's definitely always the safe side. But like I said, I wanted to kind of play out that orange going on my eyes, but I really like how it turned out. So I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you next time. Bye.